The number one wellness show, the Chef Timothy Moore Show. Sit back and relax and enjoy the Well, welcome to another great, fantastic podcast with the Chef Timothy Moore. Man, today we're going to talk about some basic stuff that's going on with this diabetes and just weight loss. But you know, the thing about it is the questions that keep coming to me is, what do I do? How do I fix this? How do I feel better? What do I need to do? Because, man, I don't know what to do. My doctor's telling me one thing and I'm lost, and this thing's just not coming like it's supposed to be. I know diabetes is one of them things that causes all kind of havoc, but, you know, think about it. In my new book, when I wrote about the 47 tips to reverse diabetes, I outlined some basic common sense things that everybody can do, because I remember myself when I was a diabetic. I remember what I had to go through. I remember all the changes. Man, do I remember the ups and downs, how people used to thought I was crazy, but I had to do what I had to do. And the thing about it is, when you're dealing with diabetes, you've got to deal with what makes you comfortable. You got to understand you're in this for yourself. You can't try to change your diabetes for somebody else. You got to change it for yourself to make you feel better and want to be a lot better person. You know, I think about the 47 tips. I think about what I had to do. Just imagine yourself for a minute. If you're a man, I was 360 plus pounds, 52-inch waist, and I thought I had it going on, but my blood sugar was off the chain. Man, I was having all kind of health issues. I never could get things under control like I wanted. Maybe you're the same way with me. Maybe you just can't control the things that's going on with you. Maybe there's a certain dessert. Mine was a hamburger that I just had to break that habit because it was causing me problems. Maybe yours is not just a hamburger. Maybe yours is a fruit. Maybe yours is a pie. Maybe it's chips. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you we can link this diabetes thing together, because you know what? At ChefTimothyMoore.com, I have a lot of information that you can go over there to that website and get and help you reverse diabetes and change the things that you're doing immediately and not cause a lot of the problems that you're thinking that it's causing. What are we going to do? How are we going to fix it? You think about it. In my book, 47 Tips to Reverse Diabetes, one of the main things I talk about is you have to make a decision for yourself. You have to decide, what am I going to do? You know, when I think about the books that I've read, the things that I've talked to, the people I interviewed to put this together, and everybody had one question is, where do I start? When eating, you have to take your time, enjoy your food. You know what? You can't rush what you're eating. You got to understand how your digestive system works. You know, some of you just went to the doctor today or last week, or a loved one or a friend, and the doctor just told them, hey, you got diabetes. You got to make some changes. And, you know, that's one of the hardest things to change. But, you know, when you're looking around on the internet, there's so much. But, you know, it's a sensible diet, a sensible lifestyle changing. Because I had to make one. And to lose the weight, I went plant-based. Not saying you got to quit eating meat, but I would hope you would think about it, because it can make a great difference in your life. What about curing, getting rid of your diabetes, feeling good about yourself? What about just having your life back? What is it going to take to regain it? Are you sick and tired of going through what you're going through? You know, in the book, I talk about some sensible things about just walking 5 to 10 miles, you know, in a week, not in a day, walking at 30, 40 minutes a day. But when you look at what you're going to do over the week, it's going to be 5 or 10 miles. Just do some simple stretching. If you can jog, it is great. If you can run, the better. Understanding breakfast. Understand what you can eat. Understand the cereal. Let's talk about breakfast for a moment, because as diabetics, and when I was dealing with diabetes, one of the hardest things I had to deal with was, hey, man, how do I control what I'm eating when I'm dealing with breakfast. You know, what I had to learn how to get me a green smoothie. Now, let me explain that green smoothie, what I had to do. With my green smoothie, I had to go get some kale, some zucchini, stuff like that. I got some celery and some cucumbers. I put them together in my food processor, my juicer, and I juiced them. I put a little couple of carrots in there, but not many. Just give me something to give me some energy in the morning to go. But no, if you can't juice, maybe you just want some brown rice, plain brown rice. Sprinkle a little broccoli that you steamed on top of it. Now, some you want cereal. You know, you can have some steel oats, like some oatmeal. And the thing about it is now, if you're diabetic or you're trying to change some things, you got to stay away from sugar. Now, one of the culprits that I found out that gets us in trouble is a banana. You think a banana and putting some dried cranberries on top of your breakfast is great. But you know what? It is not. It elevates your blood sugar. And you know what? If you're trying to lose weight and you're not a diabetic, you would be amazed what that banana and those dried cranberries would do to you. And then you say, well, I got to have some type of sweetener. Just give your taste buds 14 days to change, and you're going to be all right. And when you're trying to really get your diabetes under control, even an apple sometimes have to be put away for a moment to control your blood sugar. But you can have a ruby red grapefruit with that in the morning with that cereal. You think about it, the cereal that you're eating is oatmeal, brown rice. Or you can have a spinach salad or a mixed green salad. Remember, the body does not know breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have been trained that way. You know, when you look at statistics and how many people got diabetes, when you think about it for a minute, the children, this world is getting out of hand. 1 in 3 children are dealing with diabetes right now since born since the year 2000. And if you're African American, 1 in 2 Latinos, what are we going to do? You know, they're building all these fast food restaurants for making everything where you can have it in 3 to 5 seconds. What happened to just sitting down and eating a sensible meal? What happened to just enjoying your food and enjoying it? What are we going to do about that? What are you going to do? How are we going to make the changes? You know, it don't take a lot to do some things that we got to do. But we got to understand it's not really as complicated as it appears to be. We just have to make some sensible changes and do those changes. And when we do them, we make some changes. You know, when you start thinking about breakfast for a moment, that's one of the main things I get. Because in cow's milk, there's nothing nutritious about it. There's nothing fortified about cow's milk. But if you want some milk, get some almond milk. Now, if you get some rice milk, you got to be careful because rice milk is loaded with oil. And when we're going to talk about this later, oil has fat in it, and fat can cause problems to the body when you're trying to lose weight. So what do you want to do? Just think about breakfast for a minute. That is a fuse stop. That's one of them issues in the morning you've got to have to eat something to give your body a lot of energy to go throughout the morning. And if you're eating a lot of nuts, you got to understand if you're putting nuts with your cereals or snacks, they're loaded with fat. Just imagine 28 to 14, depends on what kind of nuts you get. It's 14 grams of fat, anywhere from 135 to 300 calories, a handful of nuts in the morning. You know, that's probably good, but look at the fat. All we need a day is 20 grams of fat a day, but we're eating 400 and 500 grams of fat. And you're wondering why you can't lose weight, because it's impossible to lose the weight. We got to do some changes, and the changes start with you today. What are you going to do? What changes do you want to do? How do you want to live? Are you just tired of doing the thing? Because at the Chef Timothy Moore Show, at ChefTimothyMoore.com, go over there, get some of those free recipes, look at those free books and information that we're giving out. But to send this to your friends, let them know that, hey, pass this on to at least 10 of your friends. Pass it on. Hey, if you got any health problems, what about reversing those issues that's not related to diabetes? High blood pressure, lupus. How about being able to control cancer? But you know, a plant-based diet, the lifestyle that you can leave can change everything you're doing. You know, in the book, 47 Tips to Reverse Diabetes, you know, tip number 2 talks about when buying food, buy food that will spoil and that does not have a shelf life. You think about for a minute. If you're buying stuff that has a shelf life, you don't know how long it's going to sit. But when you're buying something that's going to spoil, that's why I tell all my clients and everybody to go to the store every 2 to 3 days and buy food, because you don't want nothing that's going to spoil. I mean, not going to spoil. You want it to spoil you, but you don't want anything that have a shelf life, because shelf life will get us in trouble. And when I do consulting work, this is Chef Tim, Dr. Moore, however you want to call me. I do consulting work, and I help people control, lose weight, feel better about themselves. And if you go to ChefTimothyMoore.com or email me at ChefTimothy@ChefTimothyMoore.com and say, Chef, I need your help holding my hand. I promise you with my consulting services, you will be more than happy. And basically all it is $100 an hour. But most people, after 1 or 2 hours, they got it under control. And you know what? If we need to break that hour up or 2 hours up, we can break it up. That way you can get things under control. But if you just go to ChefTimothyMoore.com, get some of those free recipes and videos. But my consulting service helps you out, because you know what? Are you sick and tired of dealing with diabetes? Just think about it for a moment. Are you sick and tired of taking an insulin shot? Are you sick and tired of feeling the way you're feeling? Let Chef help you with some sensible food guidelines, nutritious ways to help you put things in perspective, especially breakfast. Let me show you how to make a meal. Let me show you how to make a meal in 15 minutes that's nutritious and fortified, that you can possibly, and you will, if you follow the program, your doctor will take you off all the medication. How about losing weight? Oh, I can show you how to lose weight, and it's so sensible, and you will feel wonderful. Hey, this is Chef Tim at the Chef Timothy Moore Show. We're about keeping it real, about helping you reverse diabetes. Because when you think about it, it's not about anybody but about you. I said it earlier. Tip number 4. When eating, take your time and enjoy your food. Don't be in a rush. Turn the TV off. Put the books down and enjoy your food bite for bite. You know what? This world is important, but you are more important. How do we make the changes? We make the changes. In the book this book, I look at it when Dr. T. Colin Campbell of the China Study, when he showed in his book how that you can actually reverse all kind of ailments with a plant-based diet, and showed how the milk and the eggs and the dairy, how it actually causes more problems than good. Some of you have indigestion because you're eating meat. You're taking in cheese. You're eating beef and pork that's causing all kind of chemicals. But this is Chef. Do you want to get better? Are you sick and tired? Pass this on to somebody else. Let's show you how to walk 5 to 10 minutes a day. Let's show you how to stretch. Let's show you about getting the right type of water filter for your home. Let's show you about alkaline water. Let's show you about how to feel great about yourself for once in a while. Hey, if you go to ChefTimothyMoore.com, hey, let's do some consulting work together. Let me help you feel better. Let me help you live the life you want to live. Let me help you understand how to plan meals that are sensible to you. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks. Let me look at you personally to help you to feel like you want to feel. And if you're a man, if you've lost your erectile dysfunction, you know changing your diet can change everything. And if you're a female, your libido has got low and you're thinking, how do I want to deal with sex and all that? You know what? We can show you how to fix that. Plant-based diet, simple foods that will bring your nature back, but make you feel great. You need to pass this video, this audio to your friends today, because Chef Timothy is going to help you overcome so many of your issues. Hey, let's do it together. I'm looking forward to working with you, and we're going to have a wonderful time helping you fix the things that are causing you problems in life. Chef Tim, hey, trying to help you overcome. Hey, pass it on to your friends. We're going to take care of these problems with diabetes and all your health-related. Enjoy the Chef Timothy Moore Show.